In the university towns of Boya and Yaoundé, where the dust never settled and the internet cafe stayed up until dawn, something terrifying crept in. At first, it was whispered in bars and barbers' shops. Na lie, how many things go just disappear? Then be touchy for checkpoint. Now after that, the boys start the craze. By the time the fourth man broke down crying in a hospital, unable to explain how he suddenly had no manhood, the whispers became sirens in the streets. Men were losing their private parts, not through surgery, not by disease, but through something sinister. Some blamed it on HIV. Others said it was spiritual attacks, but none could deny one thing: they were being touched. Just a touch on the hand, the back, sometimes a casual shoulder bump, and within hours their manhood was gone. No pain, no blood, just gone. In an abandoned story building, a cyber cafe in Moliko, 4 young men sat in silence. The only light came from their laptops, which flickered with screenshots of PayPal accounts and fake cryptocurrency apps. Their leader, Abutu, stood by a burning black candle. "This week, we touched 5, said Mando, chewing gum nervously. "That make him 21 total." "Good," Abutu said, rubbing a small leather pouch tied to his waist. "The shrine is growing. The more we give it, the more it gives us." They weren't ordinary Yahoo boys. They were part of a secret online cult called the Brotherhood of the 7 Fingers. To the public, they were fraudsters, but beneath the surface, they had crossed into something far deeper. They didn't just scam whites with fake romance stories and crypto lies. They used juju, real dark magic. But to get this power, they had to sacrifice something valuable: the manhood of other men. According to the juju priest, a sinister old man called Baba Ndiba, who lived in the outskirts of Yaoundé, the seed of a man is his bloodline. Take it from one and power passes to another. The boys performed a ritual every Sunday at midnight. They would gather the names of men they had touched, write them in red ink, and tie symbolic pouches to a stick mounted above the shrine. Each pouch represented a victim. Each pouch brought them a slice of power. Once they reached a certain number, usually 7 per cycle, Baba Ndiba would anoint their laptops with a black powder and chant into the night. The next morning, the boys would wake up to thousands of dollars in their fake accounts. It always worked, at least until one victim refused to stay silent. His name was Valerie, a fitness coach and a final year business student in Yaoundé. He had been touched by one of the cult boys outside a nightclub. He felt a chill immediately, but thought nothing of it. The next morning, he screamed. He had no more manhood. Doctors could find nothing wrong. Friends laughed nervously, but Valerie knew something spiritual had happened. He didn't just want healing, he wanted justice. Doctors could not see a manhood on him, but he was looking perfectly okay, medically. He called his elder brother, Pastor Elung, a deliverance minister known across Cameroon for exposing juju operations. Elung had once dismantled a spiritual ring in Kumba, using nothing but prayers, fasting and undercover work. When Valerie told him the story, Elung went quiet for a long time. Then he said, "This is no ordinary witchcraft. This is harvest for gain. They are trading flesh for foreign money." Pastor Elung didn't wait. He mobilized a small deliverance team, 3 prayer warriors, 1 ex-occultist, and a young woman named Clarice, who used to be a Yahoo girl before her conversion. They formed a plan. Clarice would pose as a girlfriend looking for sharp guys who were into serious juju. Through her online links, she lured Mando into a meeting. They met at a small bar in Muya where Mando bragged about his new level of scamming. Clarice recorded everything. We don't need to run voice notes anymore. We just touched some foolish man in town, give the spirit the thing, and the next morning, dollars go flow like water. Mando said, laughing. By the time he got home that night, Pastor Elung and the prayer teams were already watching from a car outside his apartment. They waited. They prayed. Then just after 2 a.m., as Mando stepped out to relieve himself, they grabbed him. Mando fought like a lion possessed. He spoke in strange tongues. He barked like a dog. But once Pastor Elung placed his Bible on the boy's head and commanded the spirit to confess, Mando crumbled. He confessed everything. We joined a group online, 7 Fingers. Baba Ndiba initiated us. Every time we steal a man's manhood, we feed the altar. In return, it gives our accounts favor. It confuses Oyibo people online. It makes them send thousands with joy. Some even beg to give more. It's not ordinary Yahoo, it's spiritual juju. When asked where the shrine was, Bando resisted, but Clarice whispered something in his ear. A Bible verse she remembered from her Yahoo days. What shall it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Mando cried and told them everything. The team followed him to Yaoundé. In a forest compound near Nkwambang, hidden behind thick banana trees, they found Baba Ndiba's shrine. It was worse than imagined. Inside were hundreds of pouches tied to ropes hanging from the ceiling, each one with a man's name. Most victims didn't even know they've been spiritually harvested. At the center of the shrine was a cracked laptop surrounded by bones and feathers. On the walls, pasted screenshots of PayPal transfers, crypto wallets, and WhatsApp chats from foreign women. The whole room reeked of blood and burned herbs. Pastor Elung ordered his team to fast and pray for 7 hours. Then they burnt the entire shrine to the ground. As the flame rose, a scream loud and unearthly shook the compound. The power was broken. Baba Ndiba vanished. Some say he died, others say he escaped to Togo. The other boys scattered. One was caught and is now undergoing deliverance. Another was found insane in Bamenda, walking naked in the streets, screaming, "The pouch is burning!" Valerie was delivered. After 3 nights of prayer and anointing, he woke up whole again. His testimony went viral. Dozens of other victims came forward, seeking help, healing and restoration. The Cameroon police never officially commented, dismissing the reports as mass hysteria. But on the ground, people knew the real war was spiritual. Pastor Elung now runs a YouTube series called Spiritual Yahoo Exposed, warning young men not to exchange people's destinies for riches. Clarice now speaks to young women in university about the dark cost of quick money. And Mando, now called Brother Emmanuel, is in Bible school preparing to become a pastor. His last message to the youth of Cameroon was simple. It's not every dollar that is a blessing. Some are soaked in blood. Be careful what you touch and who touches you. Even now, in the corners of online forums and encrypted WhatsApp groups, whispers of a new version of the 7 Fingers are surfacing. They no longer meet in person. They use fingerprint scan through phone screens, voodoo through digital contacts. They no longer need to bump into you physically. All it takes is for you to click the wrong link. Please subscribe to watch more of our videos. Thank you.